a live Q&A with experts and doctors who will answer your questions in real time. You can type in your questions and get immediate, personalized responses. This is your chance to take control of your health. So take advantage of this informative and supportive experience. Visit our Facebook page and message us on Messenger to find out more. See you there this Thursday.
Boost your health today with SimplyNature Power Pack, a 5-day combo pack of SimplyNature PPARS for immune boosting and SimplyNature Cleansing Plus for effective detoxification. Experience this dynamic duo now. Available on Shopee, Lazada, and our website www.simplynature.asia and our office here in BGC. Grab yours today!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ako si Haji Norma Yusuf, taga Zamboanga City. Pero dito na ako nakatira sa Maynila. 13 pieces na bukol, pero yung mga iba maliit siya. Pero yung itong isa malaki siya, parang umabot na ata ng 3. Kaya nga ito sabi ng doktor, kailangan tanggalin na. May kaibigan ako, i-try ko daw itong yung PPARS. Pangalawang gabi, may naramdaman ako parang iba. Yung parang may langgam na parang gumagalaw ganyan hanggang dito, hanggang sa talampakan, ganon. Pangatlong araw ko. Parang kung sumakit yung dito ko, parang gusto ko talaga. Pag ko ganyan sa CR, yun parang lumabas talaga na ganyan, napakarami talaga. Siguro sunod-sunod yun, 3 araw, ganun. Tapos sabi ko, pagtapos yung dito ko, minsan yung parang, ganun-ganun ako. Parang masikip dito, parang minsan sumasakit dito ko, ganyan. Yung na ako dito, umabot na ng mga 5 days, ganyan. Parang nawala yung sakit dito, nawala siya. Parang hindi na ako ganun-ganun. Pag nagsalita ako, parang tuloy-tuloy na, wala na akong halos maramdaman. Kaya siguro, hindi ako, sabi ko, parang ayaw ko magpa-opera, siguro mayroon talagang gamot para dito. Binigay ng God. Ngayon, hanggang ngayon, parang maganda ang maganda ang pakiramdam ko. Yung high blood ko, pag parang magandang tinanggal ko na yung sa cholesterol ko, hindi na ako, pero yung sa cholesterol ko, pag tinatanggal ko yon, parang hindi, mga 2 araw, parang masama ang pakiramdam ko. Pero ito, 14 days na, ngayon 14 days na, basta 2 weeks na, hindi ako uminom ng subastatin, wala akong nararamdaman na parang maganda ang Kaya yun, ngayon bumili pa ako ulit ng tablet. Oo, kasi sabi ko para para lumakas talaga sa akin ng Kasi nararamdaman ko talaga na maganda. Ay, Norma Yusuf, ay bukol ako dito sa liig ko, 13 piraso. Umabot na ng 3 cm. Take ako ng PPARS 2 times, morning at saka gabi. Pag numulok ako, hindi ko na siya mararamdaman. At saka kinakapa ko siya, parang nawawala, parang wala na, hindi ko mahawakan. Hindi katulad ng dati. Salamat, SimplyNature.
Father ko muna, start take ng PPARS vial para po sa prostate cancer niya. Kasi medyo malala na Stage 4 na siya. Then, nabasag pa yung spinal cord niya. So, lumpo siya, hindi na makalakad, bedridden. Then, before PPARS po, ang putla na niya medyo nakakatakot na. So, while taking PPARS, little by little, yung pamumutla niya nagre-reverse. Namumula na yung pisngi. Nakatulong din sa appetite niya. Then, syempre, sa bowel movement. Kasi mukhang isa yun sa na-paralyze other than his legs. Sa lab test din, pati yung mga red blood cells niya nag-i-improve na. And yung mga SGPT, mga cholesterol, nag-i-improve din. Then sa energy levels din, kahit na bedridden siya, makulit. Since maganda yung effects, mother ko rin pinag-take ko. Kasi siya naman hypertension, na vertigo rin siya dahil sa hypertension niya So sa kanya, soft gels lang. Yun, ganun din, maganda rin. Nag-i-improve din alongside ng maintenance niya yun, yung PPARS products. Then all in all, maganda naman. So, syempre, since nagandahan kami, di ako rin. Nakakabawas sa stress, nakakasarap ng tulog, mataas din energy. So, ganda. Ganda eh. Oh, super recommended eh. Ganda nga eh. Kahit headache lang o paghihilo na babawasan, super recommended.
Yung sister ko had the symptoms of diabetes. Siguro 10 years na. Madalas siyang umiihi, tapos laging pagod, pumayat, mataas ang BP. Tapos siyempre, mga non-healing wound.
Yung sa paa po ni ma'am, paano po yun nag-start?
Okay. Kasi ganito yun eh. Yung first na hospital niya, not because of diabetes. Ang una niya, pneumonia. Ayan. Doon nalaman na may diabetes din siya. By accident. Right foot niya, may para siyang matang isda lang. Maliit na itim lang. Tapos napapaligiran lang siya ng parang dilaw na kulay na dilaw. Ring sa sugat na yun sa center. Tapos tinanong ko, bakit? Hindi niya daw alam anong reason. So sigurado ko dahil nga may background ako sa medical, siguro dahil yun ay lumala na yung taas ng sugar niya, hindi niya na monitor, hindi niya nabibigyan ng gamot, nagkaroon siguro siya ng komplikasyon. Yung nerve sa paa na damage na. So hindi niya na nararamdaman na may natapakan pala siya. So probably yun siguro yung nangyari. May natapakan siya, nasugat yung paa niya, maliit lang, tapos hindi niya naramdaman. Lumala. So nagkaroon siya ng lagnat on and off, nakahiga lang siya. So sabi ko sa kanya, so anong plano mo? Sabi ko, pa-check na natin yan. So pina-check namin as OPD. Chinek, binigyan, niresetahan ng gamot, tapos tinignan yung sugat, binusbos. Pero kapiranggot lang ang tiningnan. Tapos in-advise na lang kami, linis, at 7 days na gamutan ng antibiotic. After ng 7 days, lumala lalo. Yung pinaka-pamamaga niya, lumaki lalo. So sabi ko, ay, na-infect na to. Nilala ko sa emergency room. Ayun, doon nalaman lahat. Mababa pala hemoglobin, mataas masyado yung sugar, yung diabetes niya, talagang marami ng komplikasyon.
Ano po yung plans ng doktor niya?
Na-refer siya sa ortho. Ang plano sa kanya ay putulin. VKA or the below the knee amputation. Hesitant din kami pumirma ng consent. Then later on, ni-refer naman siya sa plastic surgeon. Nagsabi naman sa amin na maganda pa circulation. Might as well na tulungan na lang natin yung paa, linisin, wound dressing for twice a day, then debridement as needed, religiously. So yun ginawa namin, twice a day kami naglilinis, tulungan kami ng husband niya, hanggang ang nangyari, gumanda, pero andun pa rin yung plan na putulin. Hanggang makita na gumaganda na, ayun, hindi na naulit yung plan nila na maputol yung paa.
Kasabay po ba nun may mga tinitake pa siyang gamot?
Bukod doon sa antibiotics, bukod sa mga gamot na binigay ng doktor sa ospital, may tinake din siya na alternative medicine, yung PPARS. May kamahalan. So, sinugal ko para, kasi kailangan kung di mo isusugal yun, baka maputulan talaga. Kasi kahit naglilinis kami ng paa, tapos nagdidibri, pero parang slow yung healing process niya. So, I tried na painumin siya at 10 tablets at AM and 10 at lunch and then 10 at the evening. And the soft gel, twice a day also. So, religiously binibigay ko yun sa kanya. Dati kasi dahil nag-peak yung WBC niya, medyo nag-septic siya. Sa mga nakakaalam, sabihin yung infection kumalat na sa buong katawan. Kaya nagkaroon ng problema yung kaisipan na nawala sa wisyo. Dramatically, yun yung maganda doon. Dramatically, after 1 to 2 days, parang nakita ko siya ng improvement. Doon, nakita namin na sa help ng antibiotic and together with PPARS, sabi ko, maganda yung kinalabasan. So, why not continue? Hanggang nakita ko rin na gumaganda yung healing process. Tapos, yung WBC, nag-dramatically from 46. Imagine, 46, dramatically bumaba siya ng 39, 33, 27, 19, 15, and then 11, 9, 7. So, nakikita mo talaga yung changes na nagawa ng gamot na yun. So, yung support ng family ay mahalaga sa recover ng pasyente. So, una, yun yung talaga nakikita ko, yung support system. Then, secondly, syempre, with the help of the advanced technology, like yung mga ini-introduce ng mga gamot, hindi ko pwedeng alisin yun sa scene, sa scenario. So, ako kasi, dahil nga nasa medical field ako, medyo alam ko yung mga ganyang mga alternative medicine and evidence-based ako. So, sa PPARS, sabi ko nga, maganda yung result. Ito walang harong biro to. It's not joke. Yung man ako binayaran eh. So, it's no joke. Talagang maganda yung yung nangyari sa kapatid ko, lalo na yung wound healing. Yun yung nakikita ko yung wound healing talaga. Nag-granulate siya, gumanda yung circulation, nabuo ng laman, okay? Nagkalaman yung mga paa niya na dating wala. Makikita niyo naman sa picture, di ba? Dating wala, nagkaroon ng laman. So, na-prevent natin yung pagputol. I can say na effective. Okay, effective yung PPARS.
Ano yung ma-advise nyo sa mga patients na same case sa sister ninyo?
Okay. So, I advise them to try. Then, kagaya ko, gusto ko may ebidensya na experience ng on hand ng ate ko. So, ganun din yung papayo ko. Try to experience yung healing, try to take the medicine religiously ha. Despite medyo may konting kamahalan, but then kung titignan mo naman yung long-term na gamutan, mas mahal yun. Tsaka hospitalization. At yung, syempre, yung recovery. Yun yung maganda doon eh. Yung recovery, mapabilis. So, try ninyo. Hello, I'm Joel Elcano. My sister, diabetic since way back 10 years up to now. Because of SimplyNature, hindi niya na kailangan mag-amputate. Yung recovery niya, yung unti-unti, nagkaroon ng maganda. Nagkalaman yung kanyang mga paa. Still recovering, yet nakikita ko yung magandang bunga. And that is because of SimplyNature, PPARS. And I trust SimplyNature.
We're always with you from start to finish.
everyone, and welcome to the pilot episode of Simply Nature Answers. We're thrilled to have you with us today for this exciting new series here in Simply Nature, where we will provide worthy insights and answers to the pressing health-related questions. I'm Sheila, and I'll be your host for today.
Well, today I'm Jenny, and we're really excited about today's topic, which focuses on how incorporating immunotherapy PPARS into chemotherapy can help cancer patients better understand their treatment options. And if you've been curious about how Simply Nature's PPARS products can make a difference in your cancer journey, you're in the right place.
Our goal is to help you gain a clearer understanding of how PPARS technology can be integrated into cancer treatment, empowering you to make more informed decisions whether you are considering different treatment paths or just want to know more about Simply Nature. We're here to guide you. Throughout the webinar, feel free to send in your questions by dropping it on the comment section. We'll be answering as many questions as we can during the AMA session.
And so don't hesitate to engage with us. And now, leading our discussion, our distinguished health experts. First, I'd like to introduce a successful entrepreneur and seasoned international speaker on topics ranging from personal success to healthcare.
Hi everyone, welcome to Simply Nature Answers. This program is designed to be quick, but yet fill you with all the necessary information for you to understand the topic and more importantly, to make decisions about your approach to treating your cancer. So today's topic is actually going to be incorporating PPARS to chemoimmunotherapy. All right, I'm Shyan and I'll be discussing today's topic with you. What is chemoimmunotherapy? Actually, it's a combination of two treatment approaches. One is chemotherapy, the other one is immunotherapy. In today's cancer treatment, chemoimmunotherapy, or the combination use of chemotherapy and immunotherapy, is proving to be the go-to approach and the one that is most effective for different types of cancer. Of course, with each cancer treatment, there are specific protocols which are more effective for one or the other. But let's take a look at what actually is chemotherapy and immunotherapy. So chemotherapy is a harsh but effective way of literally attacking the cancer tumor cells, killing it. Whereas immunotherapy is about boosting the body's immune system so that it will fight the cancer more effectively. And as I explained, you can take a look at the slides that are being shown to you. These are more detailed and I guess technical slides. Like for example, when we talk about the flow and sequence of using chemotherapy and immunotherapy together, you can take a look at this slide, and that's how the flow is. So now that we have taken an overview of what chemotherapy is, a quick overview of what chemotherapy is and immunotherapy, let's take a look at what's the key. The key is the proper balance, right? Because chemotherapy hurts the body's immune system in the process, damaging, here are some of the common side effects of chemotherapy, right? It damages your own immune system components like the bone marrow cells that produce your immune cells, which include your red blood cells and white blood cells, all right? Now that directly affects the efficacy of your immunotherapy, because in immunotherapy, you still need your own body's immune system to work. However, there is a proper balance between chemotherapy and immunotherapy, and that's difficult for the oncologist to pin and get right. Why? Because everybody's body is different and everybody's body reacts differently to chemotherapy and immunotherapy. This is where PPARS really comes in. Right. PPARS will help to dampen the oxidative stress that comes with chemotherapy. It will increase the repair and protection of your own immune systems. These are the technical details of how it actually does that. I won't go into the details, but if you have more questions about what is being shown, feel free to ask me during the Ask Me Anything segment of our program. So basically, during chemotherapy, it damages your immune system. So what you want to do here is to quickly protect the immune system during the chemotherapy and also quickly repair the body so that when the immunotherapy is being used, your body is restored, your immune system is back tip-top condition, making your immunotherapy even more effective. And PPARS protocol does exactly that. In short, SimplyNature PPARS provides a powerful natural boost to you having an effective chemoimmunotherapy. And of course, if you're just using chemotherapy or just immunotherapy, the PPAR protocols will work very well in support of those two also. So just ask us the specific questions that relate to your case in your treatment against cancer in the Ask Me Anything segment coming right after this.
We hope you learned a lot from our quick discussion. Now it's time for the much anticipated AMA or Ask Me Anything portion, where we'll be answering your burning questions.
And let's not keep you waiting. Let's call on the founding director of SimplyNature and the PPARS expert from Singapore. You all know him. It's Mr. Shyan Lim.
Hi, Sir Shyan.
Hi Sheila, hi Jen, and good afternoon to all our viewers. This is our pilot program, right, everyone? Yeah,
Yes,
That's
just
right.
so that everyone is on the same page, we still have our Simply Heal every Thursday. We started this program on this timing because we wanted to do a program to really just answer SimplyNature PPAR programs. Questions, right? Because our Thursday night is more, how shall we say, impartial, all right, where we talk about everything medical related. So in that program, we try not to focus too much on PPARS and just be quite neutral about all our answers. Today's program is really very PPAR focused. To be specific, very SimplyNature PPAR focused. So this is the right program if you really want to find out more about how SimplyNature products can work in your life and how SimplyNature PPAR protocols can make a difference in your treatment of your illness, be it from cancer to CKD to liver cirrhosis. All right. So yeah. So hi Malu, hi Naomi, hi everyone. So let's go and dive in with our questions today. As usual, if any of your questions become very, very medical, what I will do is that I will then refer you to our Simply Heal program on Thursday. All right. So, but as I said, at Simply Nature, we just want to do what's best for you. So the questions that we think is better answered by doctors, we will then encourage you to tune in to the next Thursday, and we'll use your question as the first question during our AME. All right. Okay. Sheila, Jen, let's go.
All right. Okay. For our first question for today, it's coming from Ms. Guy Mayate. Question is, can PPARS help in pain management?
Okay. That's a good question. PPAR is not meant for pain management, but specifically, right? Like for example, you take tranquilizers, very strong tranquilizers, and opiates. Those are for direct pain management, and actually even acupuncture is very effective for pain management. But PPARS does have effect on the thing that causes you pain. So for example, if you have gout, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, so you experience pain because your joints are swollen, are inflamed, okay, then PPARS is going to work for you because PPAR is very strong and effective in modulating inflammation. So it's not just anti-inflammatory, it modulates your inflammation. It also is alkaline in nature. So it's also rich in antioxidants. So all that put together will help you in your pain management. Now, to the viewer who asked this question, can you elaborate a little bit more? What is the source of your pain management? Is it because you have cancer metastasized to the bones? Is it because of exercise? Is it because of gout? Yeah, let me know so that I can share with you what will...
With PPARS.
No, absolutely not, actually. All right. So you will not become sluggish. Okay. So sluggish implies that your body becomes weaker, slower. Maybe even implies that your immune system becomes weaker. No, PPARS will not cause your immune system, long-term use will not cause your immune system to become weaker. But what can happen is that you get so used to this level. Okay, so before PPARS, your immune system is at this level, right? So after taking PPARS, your immune system goes up to this level. You get so used to this level of your immune system activity that you think this is normal. All right, you think this is normal, so you don't feel special anymore. You don't feel super energetic anymore. Why? Because you are so used to being so energetic that the new energetic you is the new normal, and then you don't feel special anymore. So you might say, hey, how come I take my liquid, all right, I don't feel the boost of energy I used to? Well, one simple way to help you feel the boost of energy is if you stop taking the liquid, what will happen to your energy level? It will slowly go back to your old level, right? Then when you take the liquid again, boom! Oh wow, you say it's not working again. Well, it's not that it's not that your immune system or your energy level actually drop. No, it's the fact that you're so used to the new level that that's your new norm, so you don't feel special. But imagine if you're a cancer patient, you don't actually want your immune system to come down, then take the liquid and then go up again. Then you feel the effect, right? You just want it to stay strong. What you can do to feel healthier is add new activity into your life. Like for example, go and do quick jogging or quick walking, go to the gym or do Pilates, or for Filipinos, take up dancing, do the salsa, do your cha-cha, do something that moves. And actually Zumba, actually this is very good. Dancing keeps you very young, and Filipinos love to enjoy themselves, very happy. So and when you move your footwork, okay, when your feet, okay, your feet when they tap, when they impact the ground like that, which happens when you dance, it actually stimulates your immune system or your lymphatic system. So that is part of your immune system. So that's going to add to it will give you more benefits. It will trigger the PPARS activity in your body. Then you will see more results. Okay, so you can add activities into your life, and then you will see the boost in the PPARS again. Okay, so again, absolutely not true. And I don't know where you heard it from that it can become sluggish. It cannot become sluggish, all right? It cannot become sluggish.
That's actually a very good question, sir. As I think they are very concerned of taking PPARS for the long time. But I just want to say we have a lot of clients, right? Initially, they were taking liquid extracts, powder extract by themselves because they have health issues. But right now, it's the whole family who's taking the PPARS now. So
And
there.
they just take tablets, right? They take tablets.
Yes, yes. So there. Okay.
Okay, to answer your question, there is this one client of mine, personal client, okay? This lady actually had a third recurrence of breast cancer. So you can imagine how serious that is. So she comes from a wealthy family. So she went to the US. So apparently in the US, once you reach a certain stage of your cancer, I think by law, the oncologists cannot treat you anymore. So imagine she had so much money, she went to the best hospitals, best doctors in the US, and they told her, we can't treat you anymore. Basically, it's terminal. So she was given less than 2 months, something like that, less than 2 months to live. Okay, next, she went, but the doctors told her, you can try Singapore. Maybe every country's medical laws are different. So perhaps the Singapore laws allow the use of some novel drugs. That means experimental drugs. All right. So she received treatment in Singapore for I think a month plus, and even the Singapore onco said, I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. So she's really given just maybe at max a few more months of life left. Okay. On the way out of the hospital, she happened to chance upon some literature, something about our products. So she tried the liquid, and in 48 hours, then she flew back to Philippines from Singapore. In 48 hours, she actually felt so much better. Because imagine she's been receiving treatment in the US, and then they say go to Singapore. She received treatment in Singapore, so she's really tired, feeling very terrible from all the experimental or novel chemotherapy drugs, right? And then when she took the liquid, she felt very good. And then to cut a long story short, she continued to live for another 3 strong years. All right, she was on liquid extract the whole 3 years. So imagine the doctors told her there's no hope anymore. Maximum you can have is just a few more months. She lived another 3 or 4 years, I can't remember, all right, because this happened about 8 years ago, right? And her family is still taking her entire family takes the PPAR tablets. Right? They take like more than 100 bottles worth of tablets every 2 months. So I imagine it's not just the family, I think it's the clan. It's the entire clan taking. So there you go. She was able to take liquid non-stop every day 1 vial for more than 3 years. All right. So definitely there is no long-term toxicity, nothing of that sort. And she was all the way. However, cancer is a very difficult disease. And this was a 3rd time recurrence, which means this cancer survived the chemotherapy 3 times. So this is a very resistant, very stubborn cancer. Yet we were able to give her more than 3 years of good life, right? So had she taken the product right from the beginning, I think the story might be different. So I just wanted to encourage you with this, just to also show you there is no long term. For myself, I have been taking PPAR tablets non-stop for 23 years. Okay, I started when I was 27 years old. I just turned 50. All right, so there you go. Me and my family, with my wife especially as well, we take it every single day, and we take
Even
it for
dogs.
anti-aging. Yeah, even my dog. All my dogs. So my Askal is 14 years old. He looks very young, even though his eyes are blur already, but he looks good. Okay, so my dogs have been taking PPAR tablets all his life, all right, for the last 14 years. And then it's anti-aging. For me, I take it for anti-aging. All right. So I hope that answers your question and gives you confidence. Okay?
Yes.
It's the same case with this client actually. She's from California. Yun. And then, so her follow-up question is, can she take the PPARS liquid until her remission?
Yes!
This is stage 4 gastric cancer with metastasis.
Wow. And then, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, yeah, that's the answer is yes, absolutely. In fact, I'm going to share with you something. Okay, I don't mean to scare, This is absolutely not a scare tactic, okay? So please don't misunderstand me, okay? I just wanted to share with you. So Dr. Johnson had a particular client, and his client is a stage 4 lung cancer patient. And if I'm not wrong, he's in his 70s. He's in 70s. So he was bedridden. And the lung cancer was metastasized also. He took the liquid. Then in 2 weeks, something like 2 weeks, from being bedridden, he was able to walk around. All right. So Doc Johnson actually told him, you know what? If you really want to give your lung cancer a punch and really like buy more time, extend your life a few more years, Dr. Johnson actually persuaded the patient to go back for more chemotherapy. So there you go, right? On our program, we're not just natural only. We really look at both sides. So the patient went to a very famous hospital in Philippines, expensive and famous. The oncologist that took over the patients stopped the patient from taking any supplements because he says, once you're my patient, I will manage every aspect of your stay in the hospital. So what upset the client is because when the client stopped taking the PPARS, in 48 hours, the client passed on. Okay, so I think definitely in this case, a 70-year-old person, male, is already weak, and then fighting late stage lung cancer that has metastasized. So you can imagine how much of his, even for a normal 70-year-old person, right? If they have a cough or a flu, it's something that all the children will be worried, right? Won't you be worried if your Lola has caught a flu because they are old? So imagine at that age, he's fighting cancer. And so the liquid was actually the thing that gave him the strength. So when the onco took it out, it could be other things. Maybe in a hospital, there are also a lot more viruses, right? So that the immune system might be under more stress. Perhaps the gentleman going to a hospital, he feels stressed as well, right? He's not in his home. So all these factors came in, and then he was not allowed to take any supplementation. 48 hours. So his daughter was actually very upset, very pissed with the hospital, because her dad was actually still alive and doing well physically, even though his cancer was still progressing because, like I said, he's 4th stage cancer and 70 plus. So I hope, again, to your client in California, this gives you an idea why you want to stay on the liquid. Now, again, there are options. You can always choose from liquid to powder. The liquid is the best. But I do understand sometimes it's a financial decision. So if finances are tight, you mix the liquid with the powder. So you alternate, right? So on good days, you take the powder. When you're feeling a bit more tired, then you quickly say, okay, I need a stronger one to get back the momentum. So that's one way you can manage on a long-term basis. But if finances are not an issue, stay with the liquid. It's the best thing you can take.
Exactly. Thank you, Sir Fan. All right. For our next question, before the next question, I'd like to greet my client also. Okay. Miss Jeanette Tadeo Adon from Silang Cavite. Thank you for your support in our pilot episode today. Okay. So for our question, it was thrown to us privately. The question is, what is the difference of PPARS powder and PPARS liquid?
Okay. The main difference is, honestly, the main difference is the strength. All right, it is the strength. The other difference is the cost. Okay, it's the cost also. So basically, the liquid is 3 times more expensive than the powder. Okay, it's 3 times more expensive than powder. It is also more concentrated and more powerful than the powder. Okay, so oh wait. Oh yeah, Glenn. All right, those of you can read in the comments. Glenn, thank you, Glenn. Glenn just shared with everyone her mom's condition. All right, so thank you, Glenn. Okay, so when will you use the liquid and when will you use the powder? Okay, if your condition is already stable, for example, you are in remission, everything's good, the powder is ideal. Why? It does the job and it's financially sustainable. All right, it's like the sweet spot, right? Now, if you have you're in critical stage, then if this is your thought, okay, if this is your thought process, at this stage, money is not a concern. Whatever is the best, okay, then go for liquid. Okay, then you go for liquid. Now, if you're at the stage where, you know what, I want to get well, but I also have to manage my finances, the powder, it will be your ideal product. Okay, so I hope that helps you decide which is which. We have patients, and it's not talking about your wealth level also. We have patients, there was a patient from Dubai. There was a patient whose daughter is working in Dubai as a professional. Then that means she's doing well, but she's not like a super multimillionaire or anything. And her mom was in late stage cancer. So her mom was doing well on the liquid extract. So I did tell her, knowing that they are middle income family. So I do know that like chemotherapy or any cancer treatment, the treatment can end up being can be stressful financially.
Yes.
So I did explain to her that the powder is 3 times cheaper because the same cost, but it lasts 1 month. The liquid only 10 vials, 10 days, diba? So that's the big difference. So I told her, you can consider the powder if you're finding it financially stressful. To my surprise, she said, no, mom is doing well on the liquid, we'll stick on the liquid. So it's still something, yeah, you see? So it's not about your wealth level. It's just about priorities, and it's still SimplyNature PPAR liquids is still actually relatively cheap and affordable compared to, for example, immunotherapy. Immunotherapy is like 100,000 pesos per session, right? It can be so expensive. For 100,000 pesos, you can already take liquid every day for 1 month. So there you go. So in terms of is it really expensive compared to other cancer treatments? The answer is no. There are even treatments like I won't go there, or else I'll never stop talking. Right. So I think I've already answered the question. Okay. Thank you. We can go to the next question. Maybe we'll circle back.
Yeah. Okay, before we go to the next question, let me just read the comment of Miss Glenn's Regala. So she said, I agree with you, Sir Sean. My mom is stage 4 lung cancer, and Dr. Jansen and Dr. Jimmy gave her Tagrisso 80 milligrams. So that's classified as targeted therapy with PPARS powder and PPARS plus tablets and megadose vitamin C infusion as her protocol. So her mom is already 78 years old, and wow, her tumor shrunk remarkably. Yeah. Praise the Lord, Miss Glens.
Miss Glens, I'm gonna give you live on the show right now an offer, right? Okay. Your mom's story is really great because it involves Dr. Johnson, who is an integrative doctor, and it involves Dr. Jimmy, who's an oncological surgeon. You have both the integrative and the conventional, and your mom is 78 years old, and her tumors are shrinking. So it's so wonderful. So I would like to see if it's possible if we can conduct an interview. If we can conduct an interview with your mom and you can share, I'm gonna give on your next purchase, I'm gonna give extra, like I'm gonna give you bonus soft gel capsules, okay? So so that we can create an inspirational story to encourage other persons who want to know more what happens when their loved ones or they themselves take it. So whose client is this, Glenn? Is it your patient or maybe Beth's?
I think it's with Miss Beth.
Okay, so
Yes.
please follow up Sheila so that we can hopefully feature her story in another episode of SimplyNature Answers. Yeah. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn's appreciate it so much, and we'll be praying for your mom. Okay. Praise God.
Yes, we look forward to hearing from you, Miss Glens. Okay. I think that's a clue for our next question, which is a follow-up question from G. Mayate. She added, can I take PPARS together with pain reliever?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. You can take it with pain relievers. But here it is. It doesn't have an impact in terms of affecting your pain relievers. But we usually tell our clients and our patients, don't take the pain reliever together at the same time with your PPAR tablets or your PPAR liquid or soft gel or whatever you're taking, right? So what I mean is don't take the pain reliever, pop it in your mouth, drink water, and Next thing you do, take the liquid and drink. All right. So what we want to do is, or why do you want to do that? Will the drug and the PPAR interact negatively in your stomach? The answer is no. There is no contraindication. But what we want to do is sayang, right? You spend your hard-earned money. You don't want the drugs and the PPAR to be absorbed at the same time, right? Then it may not be the most efficient. So let the drugs do their work alone, all right? And then let the PPARs do the healing uninterrupted by the drugs. So we always advise that keep them like 1 hour apart, okay? So that you let the drugs go into your bloodstream. Don't marathon traffic, the drugs and the PPAR trying to squeeze into your bloodstream at the same time. Okay, let one do its work, then followed by the other. Which one first it doesn't really matter. You can take the drugs first, rest an hour, then take the PPARs, or you can take the PPARs first, rest an hour, then the drugs. As you can also try to see which one works better for you. Some people do better if they take the PPARs first and then take the drug. So it really depends on what drugs you're taking. And how your body reacts. But you can experiment. It's safe. Okay, it's safe. Just sayang, don't take it at the same time. Okay, but you can take it together as a protocol. No problem. Yeah.
All right.
Next question.
Okay. For the next question from us, by Miss Tinky Anastasio, the question is: can I take PPAR product before chemotherapy, and what product to use?
Absolutely. You should take it before chemotherapy and then you take it after chemotherapy. Okay, since you asked this question and today's topic is this, I'm going to show you guys a slide that I used last night. Last night, I actually had a roundtable discussion with about 8 pediatric oncologists.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right? So these are all oncos, right? And pediatric oncos. Okay, now you should take the PPAR products before chemotherapy. Why? You want to protect your or strengthen your body as much as possible. Okay, because when you go for chemotherapy, your body is going to be punched. All right, that means no matter whether it's targeted therapy or not, it's going to be hit. The stronger you are before you get the hit, the less the damage will be. Okay, now after you get hit with the chemotherapy, you want to quickly bandage yourself and recover as quickly as possible. Okay, so you will take our products before and after. Okay, which one should you be taking? We will always recommend you the best. Okay, which is the liquid. All right, take the liquid the day before, and if you have chemo in the morning, you can take it at night. All right, or the next day. Okay, now why all these timing? So number one, chemotherapy often has a half-life. What does that mean? That means that the effect of the chemotherapy occurs in a short period of time. Just a moment, because my furry puppies are barking.
No problem. Well, I must say we are getting a lot of very good questions today, Miss Jen.
Yes, and actually, Ma'am Glenn's Regala commented again. So let me just read it, okay? We started just this February at SMX, okay? Doc Johnson said as if she has no lung cancer as per latest stethoscope on her lungs, but her third CT scan will be on December. Okay, coming pa. Then Doc Johnson and Doc Jimmy, in fact, gave her go signal to travel abroad.
Wow.
And thanks be to God for SimplyNature.
Yeah, and we praise God together with you. Okay, and I just want to remind you, Glens, that no matter how great our product is, do remember the Lord Jesus is your healer. And ultimately, He is the healer of your mom. All right, but we do our best to do our part. All right, so praise God for that. Okay, now I'm back. What was I talking about? My corgis distracted me. What were we talking about? Yeah.
I think you were talking about the protocol that
you showed last night with
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys.
With the
Okay, I'm
uncles.
gonna show you guys. Okay, so allow me to share screen. So let me share screen. Okay, am I able to share screen? Yeah, I'm able to share screen.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna show you guys this. Okay, can you all see this? Sheila and
We
Jenny?
can. Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to make it big. All right. Can y'all still see it?
Hmm,
Or did
maybe
it? Yeah.
to help our viewers make it a little bigger.
Oh, that's as big
They
as I
can.
can. Was it
Oh,
big
okay,
just
okay.
now? Okay. Okay, this is
That's a
what.
lot better.
So this is very technical, right? It's very technical, okay? So what I'm going to show you is let's take a look at this slide. I'm going to show you, look at this pink portion, okay? Cancer cells have dysregulated mitochondrial pathways. Okay, so this is very technical. So, but what basically it means is that when SimplyNature protects the cells against the effect of chemotherapy, it only protects, or it protects more, the healthy cells. Okay, so that means it doesn't protect the cancer cells from the chemotherapy. It protects the healthy cells from chemotherapy. So we are able to protect the healthy cells without shielding the cancer cells from chemotherapy. So isn't that wonderful? That means when you, that means when you take the chemotherapy drug, the chemotherapy is not the cancer cells will get destroyed, right? That means the SimplyNature PPARS won't strengthen the cancer cells, because a common question people ask us is that, Jen, if your product is good for cells, will it also make the cancer cells strong, right? If it strengthens your body cells, the healthy cells, will it also strengthen the cancer cells? So no, the answer is no, because the structure of the cancer cells, the mitochondrial pathways of a cancer cell is different from the mitochondrial pathways of a healthy cell. So our mechanism, our product can strengthen the healthy cells, but it will not strengthen the cancer cells. Isn't that wonderful? So that I hope will also encourage you to better understand. Now, you will also want to see this one, right? You see the blue one that I highlighted? And maybe blue one. It says that reduced bone marrow suppression will help maintain higher blood cell count, reducing the risk of neutropenia and anemia. Okay, neutropenia is when your white blood cell count is very low. Okay, anemia is when your red blood cell count is low. Okay, so what happens when you take your chemotherapy drugs? What happens is that the chemotherapy drugs will have this thing called bone marrow suppression. So what it means is that it suppresses your blood cells from becoming red blood cells and white blood cells. So basically, it suppresses your own immune system. All right. So what you want to do is when you take PPARS, it reduces the suppression. That means it protects your immune system from being pushed down or weakened by the chemotherapy. So now the chemotherapy won't weaken your own immune system that much. It will just weaken the cancer cells. All right. So this makes chemotherapy a really effective option. Okay, this is good news. Why? Because chemotherapy is cheaper than immunotherapy, right? So to many people, chemotherapy is a sustainable way to treat cancer, but they're worried about the side effects. So this slide that I showed the oncologist yesterday, after they saw this, they were very excited, right? They were very excited. They wanted to use this for pedia. For kids, the most common cancer for kids is actually leukemia. 30% of pediatric cancer is leukemia. So when I talk about this, this was something that all the oncos were very excited about. All right. Okay. So there you go. Okay. Now, which products to take? The liquid. Okay, the liquid. Now, if you happen to be a person where chemotherapy has very little side effects, that means you don't feel the nausea and everything, then I would say for you, go for the soft gel capsule. Okay, you don't need to have the liquid, but maybe after your third, fourth cycle, suddenly you start to feel the side effects coming. Then get ready to go on the liquid so that you can help build yourself up. Now, again, if you belong to the category where money is not the consideration, it doesn't mean that you're rich, right? It just means based on your family's priority, everybody decided your treatment is number one, there are no other considerations, money is not an issue, then go for the liquid. Right? Now, after you do the liquid and you do very well on the chemotherapy, that means you don't feel much side effects, everything's going well. you have the option to drop down to powder. And if you're on powder, everything is still going well, then you can drop down to soft gel capsule. But always understand, if anything does occur, for example, you start to have some reactions and you end up being in the ER because you had a fever spike up and things like that, then the liquid is your go-to again. Okay, so I share this with you so that you have a clear financial option, right? So that in case when you're managing your cancer funds, right, how much money you're spending on your cancer treatment, now you can have you can have a better way to make a decision, right? So yeah, I hope that's helpful.
May I say that's very, very powerful, Sir Shyan. I think not only for pediatric patients, but also for our viewers who are on their chemotherapy journey right now. Okay. For our next question, Ms. Jen.
Yeah, so aside from pediatric cancer, one of the most cancer in the Philippines is breast cancer. Now, the question is, what is the best PPAR product you can recommend for triple positive?
Okay, for all cancer, the best product is really the liquid. Okay, so again, when do you move from liquid to powder? When your financial restriction comes. Okay, so as long as you're financially strong, go for the liquid. It's the best thing for you, regardless of any type of cancer. Okay. Now, when it comes to so when financially it becomes stressful, then you move to the powder, the liquid. Then you monitor the effect, right? So if everything is bearable, all right, then you can stick with the powder. Know that if anything starts to go negative, you can go back on the liquid. Okay? And you don't have to wait for it to really go negative. Always check as a cancer patient. You know yourself actually, or if it's your loved ones, then interview them and observe them. Right? If their energy level is dropping, yet they say everything's okay, but you notice they're getting weaker, then that's a decision point where you can go back on the liquid so that they really do get stronger. One of the things that we notice is this. For the cancer effect, all right, the effect on reducing the tumor size, very much the powder and the liquid are both very effective. However, for the liquid, we do notice one thing. The energy level of the patient is very different when you're on the liquid. That means if you're giving to your 78-year-old mom, she's a lot more lively when she's on the liquid than when she's on the powder. And if you are the cancer patient yourself, you will probably be able to feel the difference. You're a lot more energetic, a lot more pumped up when you're on the liquid, right? Than when you're on the powder. But both are effective in the treatment of the cancer or the management of the cancer. The tumors, the tumor will shrink. But again, there is that extra bit when it comes to the liquid.
Exactly. All right. Thank you, Sir Shyan. Okay, so for the next question, this is quite interesting, because the question is coming from our YouTube channel. By the way, we are live streaming as well for our pilot episode, not only here on Facebook. Okay. So the question is, do we need to go to a doctor's consultation before taking PPARS?
Actually, the answer is a yes and a no. Okay. So let me be clear. All right. If you're going to ask onco, the most likelihood is if you ask an onco, if they are not an onco that's familiar with us, then the answer is they're going to tell you no. They're going to tell you no. Why? Because being a responsible doctor, all right, they will not endorse you to take anything they don't understand. Okay. Now, being a busy oncologist, if you have ever visited a good oncologist, you will notice the queue is very long. They have never-ending clients, right? They don't have time to go and research. All right. However, the good news is every year we are talking to more and more oncologists. Like last night, I was with 9 oncologists, pediatric oncologists. So as time goes by, more and more oncologists are familiar with the SimplyNature brand and our SimplyNature protocols. Okay, then in time, possibly in 2 years' time, any oncologist you talk to will be familiar with our protocols. But right now, not really. So if you're going to ask an oncologist that is not one of our doctors, they will probably tell you no. So that's not going to be helpful to you, right? That's not going to be helpful to you at all. Okay. Now, if if you want to know whether your doctor is actually one of our doctors that familiar with our products, you can always check with Sheila or Jen. Just give them a day or two. They'll run through the list of doctors that use our protocols, and then they'll just let you know. Now, is there any danger in using SimplyNature PPAR protocols? The answer is absolutely no again. Right? The only rule that you need to follow is on the day of the chemotherapy itself, let it be a day for the chemotherapy or the radiation therapy. So you don't mix your treatments. Do you notice that even for conventional medicine, they try not to do 2 surgeries at one time or 2 different types of treatment at one time? If today you're doing radiation treatment, they don't do chemotherapy on the same day that they do radiation treatment, right? Why? Because they just want that radiation treatment to have its effect and not put the body under any other stress. Let that treatment have its full effect. So that's the same when it comes to using our products, right? You use the products before, 1 day before and 1 day after, right? And most chemotherapy within 24 hours, the major impact or the result that you want from chemotherapy is already achieved, right? So by 48 hours, there is basically no more positive effect from the chemotherapy. And now it's just about repairing the damage to the healthy cells so that you get ready for your next session of your chemotherapy. Okay. So yeah. Did I answer the question? Oh yeah. Do you need a consult? So if you're comfortable, if you're comfortable with where your cancer treatment is going, no, you need a consult. Okay? But if you want an initial consult, you can also. Right? If you find that the questions I'm answering right now is sufficient for you, then there you go. Right? If not, you can listen in on our Simply Heal, and once those are answered, then there you go as well. But again, if you do want to consult, we have doctors that are familiar. So just ask Sheila and Jen, and they will link you up. Okay?
Exactly.
So I guess that also answers the question of Miss Judith Pasho. Okay, don't worry, we will. Yeah, her question is how to consult with Doc Jansen. So
just connect.
Okay, we will answer your question via direct message. And because we're almost at the end of the webinar, so this will be our last question for today. Coming from the registrants, Miss Rebecca from San Pedro City. She has joint pains, blurred vision, and thinning hair. So her question is, what's the cancer prevention and detoxification in simple ways you can do at home?
Oh, okay. Detoxification, right? Very simple. Make sure you go to the CR. Okay? So if you're constipated or you only go once and very little comes out, do things that will promote bowel movement, right? You can eat more vegetables, all right? So fiber intake. If you don't know if you want to be guaranteed that you will go to the CR regularly, then try our Cleansing Plus, okay? Next, make sure you are on supplementation. So since this is SimplyNature Answers, I'll let you know the best supplementation that you can take is SimplyNature PPAR tablets for a cancer patient. Without a doubt. Okay, why? Because normally yesterday night, again, I was talking to the pediatric oncologist. So for pediatric oncologists, it's not the patient that asks, obviously, because it's kids, right? It's always the parents. So I asked the oncos, I said, do the parents of your patients, that means the kids, don't they ask you what supplements my kids should take? And for most of you, you don't know what to answer, right? And you'll be surprised. All the oncos were, they nod their head. So I said, Doc, most of you will probably say, yeah, you can go ahead and take vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. All these are harmless and it may help, right? Then they all nod their head. Okay. So all these multivitamins, they will help, right? They help normal healthy people. So definitely there will be some benefit to a cancer patient, right? However, they are not specifically helpful for a cancer patient. So for a cancer patient undergoing treatment, what do you specifically need? Do you need more vitamin C? Do you need more vitamin D, vitamin E? Okay, what you need is, number one, when you're undergoing treatment, your whole body is inflamed. Very high inflammation. Why? The chemotherapy is not only damaging your cancer cell, it's damaging a lot of cells everywhere, right? So there is a lot of inflammation everywhere. So what you want to do is that cancer thrives. That means cancer cells do well when you're inflamed. But you can't avoid the inflammation because the chemotherapy is killing the cancer, right? Now, after it killed the cancer, your body is still inflamed. Then this is like the best recovery environment for the cancer. So you want to, as quickly as possible, bring your inflammation down. Okay, so this is where PPAR tablets is very effective, right? That's where PPAR liquid is even more effective than the tablet at doing this. So when it comes to supplementation, you can take your multivites or you can take the SimplyNature PPAR tablets. It does contain vitamin D, E, A, B, C, all the whole range, and even minerals.
Everything.
Yeah, it also contains chlorophyll, so you don't even have to buy wheatgrass, right? To get your chlorophyll. It has everything. But if you want like more chlorophyll, just take more tablets. The more you take, the more chlorophyll you have, right? Okay, so if you can basically do that. So imagine what is better, taking some PPAR tablets and wheatgrass or taking more PPAR tablets. If you're a cancer patient, obviously taking more PPAR tablets. Why? Because you have the other effects, right? You not only have the detoxing effect of wheatgrass chlorophyll, you have the anti-inflammatory effect of our PPAR tablets. So why would you want less inflammatory effect? Just take more PPAR tablets, then you'll get everything that is helpful for you against your fight for cancer. So that. Now, exercise is also very, very important. Guys, if you don't feel like exercising, that's when you need to exercise. Okay? So things that you can do at home. Walk, right? Do this, okay? You gotta stretch your joints, okay? Your tendons, right? You gotta move your muscles. Why? A lot of our... Do you know that your immune system is triggered by muscle movements? So so there's our time is running out, so I won't go in. Maybe next episode talk about this. Okay, but basically, didn't your doctor tell you from young? Everybody told you exercise strengthens your immune system, but they didn't tell you why. Most of us think because when you exercise, your blood circulates, and that is good for blood circulation. So blood circulation is good for your immune system. Yes, that is true. However, the main reason why exercise improves your immune system because exercise also triggers your PPARS. Okay, taking PPAR products also triggers it nutritionally. Exercise triggers it like a physical pump. When your muscles contract and expand, it stimulates your PPAR receptors, and that stimulates your immune response. Okay, so staying still, not moving, is the worst thing that you can do as a cancer patient. All right, so there are many exercises that you can do. Exercises like Qigong is actually very helpful. So things like Pilates and all that, because they stretch your muscles, okay, they actually they stimulate your lymphatic systems as well. Okay, so all that causes, number one, your body to detox. And when you fight cancer, there will always be toxins that are produced. Meron waste product. Imagine typhoon hit your province. After that, Meron, a lot of rubbish everywhere, right? Then the cleaners have to come and clean up all the leaves and everything that were thrown around by the typhoon. So you can just imagine your chemotherapy is like a typhoon coming in. So after that, your body has to detox, has to clean up. Fighting cancer is like fighting a typhoon. So there's always going to be a lot of rubbish everywhere. Your body needs to clean it. So if your body doesn't move, the cleaning doesn't happen. So just imagine when you move your muscle, when you go stretch, when you watch TV but you stretch like that, Meron, imagine you are pumping, right? Like a pump action, and every time you pump, the rubbish comes out a little bit. The rubbish gets moving, okay? And that's why you need to make sure your bowels are regular, because that's the main way your body pumps the rubbish out, right? There's only 3 ways the rubbish pumps out of your body. Okay,
I think, sir, they would like to hear more about that elaboration on our next episode.
Okay, next episode. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because that's all we've got time for today.
Time, huh? You see, so much to talk about, and viewers are actually staying on, more viewers. So
Thank you.
It's an interesting topic. We'll talk about it next time. How our body detoxes. But I hope I've answered the question. All right. All right.
All
So
right.
as we wrap up, we'd love to hear your final thoughts for our viewers.
My final thoughts is I hope everyone enjoyed today's program and that you become clear. Today's program and the Simply Nature answers is really the Simply Nature company ourselves are answering your questions about how our products specifically affect your health. All right. So whether you have kidney disease, chronic kidney disease, you have liver cirrhosis, you have diabetes, high blood cholesterol, hypertension, cancer, you want to know how our products work for your health. All right, then this is the right program for you. Okay, we'll talk about dosage, we'll talk about the mechanisms of our products. All right, now this is very different from our Thursday night Simply Healed, because Simply Healed is more general. We will answer from all angles, right? From a general medical angle, but here it is very focused, and I hope that with this program you'll know how to effectively get the most out of the products that you have bought from us. Okay, yeah, and I'm wishing you all the best. And for Glenn's, I'm looking forward to hearing more about your mom's success story, and we look forward to sharing her success story with everyone so that cancer patients like her will be encouraged and their families will find hope and also have a smile like you have on your face right now. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Shyan. See you tomorrow night.
Okay.
Okay, and for our viewers, we hope you found today's episode insightful and helpful. And before we wrap up, we want to let you know about something exciting. It's Simply Nature's Sulit Sweldo Sale. So what Sir Shyan was talking about for cancer prevention, especially if you have history of cancer in your family, and for detoxification that you can do at home. So we have here the PPARS Power Pack, good for 5 days, and PPARS Kickstart Package, yan, good for 15 days, that you can find in our official Lazada Mall. So it's a very great opportunity to stock up on your favorite Simply Nature PPARS products and amazing discounts. So don't miss out.
Excellent, right? So check out our participating items on our legit Laz Mall shop. All right. So, but of course, don't forget, we've got another informative session tomorrow. If you're looking to deep dive into how Simply Nature can support your health journey, join us again tomorrow. That's Thursday, October 17 at 7:30 p.m. The title of our webinar is
Hi everyone. Tonight we're going
You're not alone in this journey, and the choices you make today can lead to a better tomorrow. So take action now and choose what's best for your health.
Because here in Simply Nature, we're always with
with
you
you
from start to healing.
Thank you for joining us today.
And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow again. God bless you all.